Hi there, I am Renee, and for today's video is a relatively special video because it is mainly about studying, academics related stuff, which is different from my normal vlogs. Recently I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos about study related apps, and I realized a lot of people have been introducing apps that require you to pay money, or apps that are not very feasible in terms of utilizing all my devices that I have that I use for studying. So to set the context, I actually have an iPad Pro and it is 9.7 inch. I also have an Apple Pen that I use to write my notes on my iPad. And lastly, I have MacBook Pro, which is 13 inch and it's the 2019 version. I can officially start talking to you about the apps that I will recommend to you that are all free. Before I start the video, I need to look the part. So yeah, let's start. This first app that I will recommend to you is Microsoft OneNote. The good thing about Microsoft OneNote, right, is that you can set up an account on it. So I think you just need to use your email. You can actually access your notes that you write on all your devices actually. During online lectures, right, I will be using my laptop for Zoom or online calls, and then I'll be also writing my notes on my iPad while looking at my laptop screen. And I think it's actually very good because I don't want to keep swapping between the tabs to see the lecture slides that my professor is showing and my notes. For example, in a case where my professor is showing some lecture slides, right, and then I decide that that certain slide is actually very important, I will screenshot the slide on my laptop, and then I'll be able to put the image onto Microsoft OneNote on my laptop, and then I'll be able to see the same image on my iPad, which is honestly the best thing because I don't have to transfer the photos. I don't have to send the photo from my laptop onto my iPad, and then on my iPad I attach the image onto my notes. So I think that's a very good thing in terms of the online classes that I have. Not only just that, you also can access Microsoft OneNote on your phone. I am someone who can't take it if there's something that I want to know but I can't know. Does that make sense? Let's say if I am going out, I don't usually bring my laptop, I don't bring my iPad either, right? So I'll be having my phone. If I go out and then suddenly I think about a certain idea that my professor said, and then I'm like, what did he say? And then I won't be able to know if I have all my notes on my laptop or on my iPad. So I'll be very frustrated the entire time that I'm out until I get back home to look at whatever that my professor said. So that's when Microsoft OneNote is amazing to me. If it's just a note-taking app, right, I don't really care about aesthetics or whatever. I just want something that allows me to sync between the different devices that I have. Microsoft OneNote for the win. So for this next app, it's more suited for Apple users because it is a built-in app in my iPad, and this app is the Books app. This is the icon. I mean it's called Books, but it sounds very weird saying Books app. I think Books is a very good app that is free because it's already built in my iPad for organizing my documents and organizing my textbooks that I need for the semester. As you can see, right, I created different folders for my different semesters. For year 1 and my year 2 studies, and then in each folder I have the textbooks, and then I will be able to rename them and make them easier to locate for me, I guess. I don't know if you all know, but books can actually be used to annotate on those documents that you have on the app. A lot of people kind of forget that we actually have this app built in our iPad, and then people are struggling to find different apps to use to annotate on documents. I am a simple person, I don't need aesthetic notes, so this app is sufficient enough for me to annotate and highlight on my documents. Yeah, and I prefer using hands to write out my notes, so I gave up on using my laptop to annotate on my notes. So yeah, iPad it is. Okay, this third app, right, is actually an app that I downloaded on my laptop and it was for free. And it is called Miro, M-I-R-O. It's actually like an online whiteboard and I used it to create my maps, and I'm pretty sure that you can do much more with the application, just that I don't actually know how to use it. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I actually seldom use this app because I actually am not a fan of writing my maps out because I don't know, that's just not my study style. But for people who actually like my maps, I think it's a very good and simple way of creating my maps. And yeah, I think it's very customizable, so you can like type your notes, right, and then you can move it around, you can select different colors. It's a very simple app, but it is free, so I think it's very useful for a free app. So this last app is actually the most, I would say, popular software that probably everyone knows, but I just wanted to put it out there that Google actually exists. Like Google Drive, you'll be able to like add different documents. So like there's Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides. All these are like kind of like Microsoft, but it's free. Like you don't have to pay for these apps, you know. You can also share these documents with your friends, and then you'll be able to do group projects together on the same document at the same time. You can actually organize all your different documents on it, and Google Drive is free. If you didn't know. So I think most of you already know about Google Drive in general, so I'm not gonna explain so much, but I think it's a very good app for people to use in terms of creating different documents that you want to share with your friends, and you can also access it on different devices of yours. So I also access it on my laptop, my iPad, and even my phone. So I think Google Drive is something that I will stick to for the rest of my uni life. So yeah, this is kind of the end of this video, and personally I think all these apps are actually very common, but at the same time a lot of people have been trying to look for more apps to use, I guess. I don't know why, but these free apps are here, so why not use them, you know. These apps are actually very useful in terms of helping me create simple notes for my different modules and be able to organize them properly into like different folders and being able to access it on my laptop, on my iPad, and on my phone. So yeah, I know that a lot of you probably already have been using all these apps, but I think that it is nice for me to share the kind of apps that I use if you're like starting your new school year, or if you're already currently in your school year and you decide that you want to try something new. If you are someone who is relatively simple and you don't require any like aesthetic notes or whatever, right, I think all these apps are actually very useful in terms of studying, especially now everything is online, right? Hopefully this video has been useful to you in terms of looking for certain apps that you want to use. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go. Thank you for watching, and please give a like and subscribe and comment down what apps you use actually. I am curious to know what are the apps that they are, and I may even try them out in my current school year. I'll see you next week, next Saturday. Okay, bye!